Ladies and gentlemen, Viva Las Vegas! This is the Fred the Alien Productions podcast.
Viva Las Vegas! That's how it goes, isn't it?
This isn't Vegas.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Because Kansas is in Nevada. I don't know geography.
No. Neither does the TARDIS. Hear the music.
Thank you.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
Finished. You know, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? What, a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it some style?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway.
Look, we're gonna have company! Loud noises!
All of the jazz hands. Hello.
Hello, jazz hands, hello.
I'm a Kendall Richardson.
And I'm a Michael Lister. Sometimes we don't need to ad-lib. We're right here.
Sometimes we're just here. Yes. Welcome. You are now experiencing a podcast called Fred.
Yes, experiencing it through the mediums of 2, not 3, but 2.
Yeah.
Twice.
Sadly, Fulya could not be with us this week. She's away getting paid to do creative things.
How dare
which
she
is
have
fun.
an actual job?
How dare she? We're very happy for her, so it's totally fine. But she will be back with us next week, which is good. But until then, it's just Mike and I. So let's start
Me, my
off.
Mike, and Irene.
Me, my Mike. Me and Mike and Mike and me. Let's kick it off with the weekly watchings. Mike,
Hey.
what have you been watching this week?
Well,
Apart from the
surprisingly-
obvious.
Well, it's partially the obvious. Well, the obvious is it's the same as last week.
Yeah, great.
Because I'm on holiday. I'm holiday mode, as you can tell by my 5-time 5 o'clock shadow. Just turn my back on my razor. My razors.
Turn your back on your razor.
Turn my back on my razors.
Turn your back on your razor.
A little bit itchy. And also my hair. That's why I'm wearing a hat
Oh,
because
it's all floofy.
it's all fresh. It's getting ratty, and I'm turning into a real
It
basement
looks
dweller
fine.
nerd. nah. Anyway, been doing a lot of stuff around the house that needs to be done. Basically tackling the garage and putting up a shadow board so I can put up my tools on the wall. He said, these are my tools. There are many ones like it, but these ones are mine. And otherwise, just been watching One Piece and The Pit.
Hell yeah.
So I had a lot of catching up to do with One Piece because I sort of fell behind. But I'm up to date now. I'm now 550. Wow. So pretty much halfway done. Up into almost halfway done the first series. Because it's 1,155. So I might be good, but no matter where I am, there's always the high possibility, because we'll talk about it later on in Quickie Review, but One Piece live action came out.
Yes.
Second season. And I will just say I enjoyed it. This is Quickie Review.
It's a preview. It's a table setting.
Yeah. It's an entree. So I watched that, and there was a high possibility, because it happened in the first season, I will be spoiled for things later on. I was spoiled for things later on. 3 in particular, and I can't really explain because that's a spoiler in itself. But one, I will specify one character I thought was dead, and turned out they're still alive. So that's going to be a non-spoiled version. It's like, I already know because you're around, apparently. So there we go. So One Piece is great. Just after the time skip, and now they're going to Fishman Island, which is 10,000 leagues under the sea. So we're doing with mermaids and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So we're doing with mermaids and stuff, and a lot of stuff that's probably a continuation from the Arlong arc as well. So there's a lot of mentions of Arlong and what happened there at the end of the first season live action of Big Fish Guy terrorizing people. And it's more of an explanation and more of an expansion of the lore behind that. So that's pretty cool. Otherwise, just One Piece and The Pit. And The Pit. The Pit. Robbie needs to settle down.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
And I thought, F you, man. You had a panic attack in the first season.
Yeah, 100%. What's that about?
I think... and a lot of people are on everyone else's case. This is the frog boiling point. The frog's getting boiled. And...
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and... I'm nervous for the next 5 episodes. I think everything's going to go to shit in the next 2, I reckon. And then the rebuild, and can't really leave on a downer. It's usually in between, so I'm thinking two episodes left before all the shit hit the fan, and I wouldn't be surprised if people start walking.
Yeah.
My guess is on a couple, but I don't. Yeah. So that's breaking my heart. What about you, Kendall? What's breaking your heart this week?
I'll just jump in with The Pit too. Then up the top. I was having like a major like moment of disassociation, maybe, when I'm like looking at Ogilvy holding that severed leg in his hand. I'm like, and they've done such a good makeup job with it. Like, it looks so real, so convincing, and then it's like not attached to the person, and then she's freaking the fuck out because she's realizing her leg's gone, and it's like, oh, I was Ogilvy in that position. I'm just like, what?
When the patient's having a scarecrow moment, it's like my I'm over here, and my legs is over there.
Yeah. That was wild. That was wild. But I was really glad to hear that they were able to, spoilers, save the leg by the sounds of it, or at least they were in the process of getting the go ahead for a reamputation. Reamputation? What's the word? Reconnection? They used a specific word. Reattaching. I don't know. Reattaching is probably a good word, but there was a medical term they put in.
Restumping.
It already. Restumping. Restumping.
Destumping.
Destumping. I liked the introduction of this new doctor, though. This orthopedic surgeon that came down, who was just like, he was savage, and we thought Garcia was intense. This guy comes in.
The shark.
The shark. Yeah, he fucking comes in, puts Whitaker in his place too, and I'm just like, leave him alone. Huckleberry's fine. He's one of the best doctors in the room. Shut up.
It's a nursing. It's a teaching hospital.
It's a teaching hospital. Yeah.
So it's more beneficial for the audience to want to know. It's like, and then he goes, "Yeah, I know. Shut up."
Yeah. Yeah, and I, as for the Robbie stuff, yeah, I was really disappointed in him. When he basically, told Mohan to grow the fuck up and calm the fuck down and go home. Go home is probably the best advice for her out of everything he said, because she clearly has a lot on her plate, and she's getting completely overwhelmed. I've had panic attacks when I was younger, and I know how despairing they are and how awful they are and how you feel like you're dying. It's a really terrible thing. So, it was great that everyone came to her assistance to be like, is she having a heart attack? Like, what's going on? Like, what do we do here? And then they're like, oh, it's mental. It's a mental thing. So I hope she gets the care she needs, and I hope, whatever is going on with her mum, I hope that's okay, because the fact that her mum's calling the hospital emergency line to try and get through to her is just either unnecessary or very intense. Whatever's going on there is just insane, and I just really feel bad for Dr. Mohan in terms of her story, because in season 1 she's like, I'm doing this whole I'm doing this fellowship or this program for it was something to do with like racial disparity in the medical industry or something like that, and then you come to this season and you find out that that's been nixed because of the government saying, nope, you can't have any money for that.
Real world events.
Yeah, real world shit. And then, and so she's now set adrift, and her plans are all up in the air, stuff with her mum and moving to New Jersey and all this. So she has no idea what she's doing now, and it's clearly got her spiraling, and everything going on in the pit that day is just, yeah, it's fucked. So I feel really bad for her because she's such a good doctor. Like, when she's on her game, she's so good. I really like her a lot, but it was really sad to see her kind of break a bit, and for Robbie to offer no sympathy was really hard to watch.
And even the apology is sorry for being a dick, and an offhand remark, you're still a dick.
Yeah, it was pretty shitty. One thing I was glad for was the fact that Santos got called on her shit with Langdon, because she has a problem with him. He has a problem with her, sort of. I don't think Langdon really holds that much against her, because at the end of the day, she did him a favor, really. Now he's in the middle of his sobriety, and he's getting treated for it, and he's on the mend. He's doing the 12 steps, the whole thing. And I can see why she would be frustrated, because it's like, he's a registered physician, working in an emergency department, and he gets to come back. He doesn't lose his job. He doesn't lose his doctor's license or anything. And so I can understand where she's coming from in terms of getting frustrated over that. But at the same time, like, I have a, like I've said before, I have a love-hate relationship with Garcia, but like I love that she called her out and said, you are being really unprofessional. He is, you know, he is above you, you know, in terms of the hierarchy in this hospital, and you need to show him respect. And then I just also love, like, if you you want to have sex and eat ramen in bed, we can do that, but I don't want to talk about any of your petty shit drama. Like, I was just like, whoa, okay, all right. But anyway, so yeah, interesting stuff. But I was glad, because I'm just like, that whole scene with the two of them, and the fact that she's like openly giving him attitude in front of like attendings and in front of other people, and I'm just like, why? Come on, Santos, you're better than this, you know. But she's like, we've been talking about it, you know, on the pod. She's about to break, I think, too. You know, she's at her wit's end as well. So, and judging on the, did you watch the little teaser for next week?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I won't say anything then.
Anything good?
Well, I was going to say
getting
one
better?
thing. It's getting more intense.
Did the other hospitals open up?
I don't think so. Yeah, and then you know, we get to see Mel came back from her deposition before the end of the episode, which was really good. But she's, you know, obviously worried about her sister, but her sister's fine. And then we get a revelation, very personal revelation, and Mel doesn't handle it well. And based on based on the teaser for next week's episode, she really doesn't handle it well. So there's more to come, but I'm a little scared. But yeah. Hopefully things don't get too more intense, but I think they will, because it was insane. But it was another great episode, of course, of The Pit this week. Yes. Cool. I did watch one other series, but I won't talk about it because we are going to talk about it later. So I'll save that. I'll just tease that for a quickie review.
Not even for a quickie review.
No quickie. Well, a quickie. I watched the first 2 episodes of One Piece live action season 2, and I enjoyed them, and that is my quickie review. I did finally watch a couple of movies this week, which was great. And both of them were really good. So we watched Roofman. We did the trailer for that last year. Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, Peter Dinklage, based on a true story about this super intelligent, you know, ex-military guy who falls into a criminal life, and whilst he's very good at committing crime, you know, mostly like a lot of robberies across different fast food restaurants and stuff, he gets the nickname Roofman because he cuts through the roof and goes in the roof. But he's not really good at being a criminal, in the sense that he, you know, he's too nice and he gets caught because of how nice he is, basically. So but while he escapes from prison, because he's also a father, and he doesn't want to be separated from his daughter, and it's really moving, and Channing Tatum gives a really beautiful performance, and he's willing to do anything for his kids. He's got 2 twin boys as well, so there's 3 children involved here, young children. And the reason he got into, you know, robbing places was for the kids, because he, you know, he's going through a rough patch with his wife, and he needs money to, you know, be a good dad. Like, that's how he sees it. Like, he thinks money, wealth, and status make him a good father, and he doesn't understand that that's not exactly how things work. And he's just willing to do anything for his family. And then it backfires. He goes to prison, and then he breaks out of prison really cleverly, and they show that really well in the film. And then you know, because he wants to get back to his family, wants to see his kids again and find a way back to them somehow without going back to prison. And then he ends up sleeping in a Toys R Us, back when Toys R Us, A, was a thing. It's barely a thing anymore. And B, it's this Toys R Us in America. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's like the size of like like a Costco almost. Like it's massive. It's just this huge place. But yeah, and then Kirsten Dunst's character works at the Toys R Us, and Peter Dinklage plays the manager, and he's such an asshole, and it's so much fun to watch Peter Dinklage be an asshole. I have a good time with that, and then he's watching kind of life play out, from a distance as he's staying inside the store, and then they strike up a relationship. He ends up finding a way to exist and take on a fake name and pretend to be someone else and say, oh, I'm working undercover for the government, so I can't tell you where I live and what I do and everything, so he can be sneaky. So he's smart, like he's switched on, and he doesn't get caught until, obviously, spoilers, the end of the film, because it's a real story that happened 20 years ago, so you can look it all up and everything. But yeah, I loved it. Like seeing like the chemistry between Channing and Kirsten was excellent. They were both really good in the movie and good with each other. And you really like, even though this guy is not a good guy, really, he's committing crimes and thinking he can just take what he wants, and even if his intentions are good, because then he starts, because Kirsten Dunst's character has kids, and then he starts wanting to become their surrogate dad sort of thing, because their dad isn't in the picture, and it's a whole thing. So you kind of like start getting a really sympathetic for him. He's a very good protagonist in the story. So it's really well written, really well performed movie, and I had a lot of fun watching it. And it's funny in parts. It's not an out and out comedy by any means, but it's a definite entertaining film that I would recommend. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to watch Roof Man. And then the last thing I'll mention that I watched this week, one of the Best Picture nominees for the Oscars that is happening tomorrow. Very exciting. Finally sat down and watched Begonia. Yes, the new Yorgos Lanthimos film starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. That is up for Best Picture. Emma Stone is rightfully nominated for Best Actress here. She's not going to win, unfortunately, tomorrow, but nomination is definitely deserved. She's very good in the film. Jesse Plemons should have got an Oscar nomination. I don't know why he didn't. He could have almost gotten a leading nomination, really, because he's definitely more of a lead than a support in the film. Because I can't remember which other awards show he got a nomination, and I think it was in supporting, but it might have been lead. I don't know. I think it was supporting, but whatever. I digress. Regardless, it was a really good film. I really liked it. The premise, obviously we talked about this on the pod when the trailer came out. It's, premises is Jesse Plemons' character with his cousin. They both believe that Emma Stone's character, who is this wealthy tech billionaire CEO person, they believe she's an alien, and they believe her race of aliens are responsible for the downfall of humanity and will end everything because of their involvement in all the corporations and blah 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 blah, like super like conspiracy dark web shit, basically. And so they decide to kidnap her, so they can get her to take them to her leaders, literally take me to your leader, so we can discuss and negotiate terms to release Earth from their observation and infiltration. And that's the premise of the film. And yeah, it's really good, because I remember going in, I'm like, oh, I just want to know if she's actually an alien or not, how they're going to play it, if she is versus if she's not, or vice versa. And I'm not going to reveal the truth here, because it's fun to see what they do, but it's really interesting. And Jesse Plemons is just so good. He's such a great actor. It's funny because he's married to Kirsten Dunst, so it's like I've done both of them this week. But no, he's just so great. He plays a fucking nut job so well. And he can be just really chilling and really intense, and he's really good in the film. And Emma Stone really does a good job of towing the line the whole time of she could be an alien or she could just be a CEO, a shallow CEO person. Like, and then there's like a backstory that connects the two of them that I didn't realize that the trailers don't show you, which was a nice surprise. So that was really cool. But yeah, and it was shot really well. The cinema, I mean, it's Yorgos Lanthimos. He's got an eye as a director, obviously, and he picks great cinematographers. And the soundtrack was really cool too. It was very minimalist, but like when it came in, it was like it let you know, like just these powerful loud strings just coming in, just like, yeah, it was fun. So it's not going to win Best Picture either, sadly. I hope it wins something tomorrow. I don't know if it will, but it's definitely worth a watch if you like Yorgos's films and you like what Emma Stone's been doing of recent years, and Jesse Plemons too. Like, and it's got a bit of a sci-fi twist to it as well, and there's a couple of funny moments. Like Jesse Plemons' cousin is quite funny in the film, unintentionally, I think, but maybe also intentionally. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. So I'm glad to have finally watched it this week. So, all right, that's the weekly watchings, which means it's time to get in to the nerdy news.
Nerdy news.
This is the news in Nerdy News. The nerds that talk about the nerdy news. That is us who talk about the news that is nerdy. And now the queen of nerdydom, the hostess with mostest, Kendall Richardson. Take it away, Kendall.
All right, it's nerdy news time. And we've got a lot of cool things to talk about, except this first bit of news, because I woke up to this morning and now I'm really sad. Because I'm going to have to alter my list of most anticipated TV shows for 2026 because the Buffy reboot is no longer going ahead. It was all over my Instagram feed this morning. Like, the first thing that popped up was because it was announced by Sarah Michelle Gellar herself. She posted a video to her Instagram page. So that popped up. It was the first thing that popped up. I actually saw her actual post first, which was crazy. She basically said that, she was really sad to have to announce the unfortunate news that Hulu has decided not to proceed with the Buffy New Sunnydale series that was coming later this year. She didn't say why. There's no reason why yet. We don't know. We have no details other than it's just not happening anymore, which really sucks. And a lot of people seem to be very upset about it, very surprised, especially because, they'd already filmed a pilot for this, and Chloe Zhao was involved, like Oscar-winning director, Oscar-nominated tomorrow for Hamnet as well. So you've got some chops here. Like, an SMG was gonna be in the show as well, and obviously in a step back role as Buffy, and because Ryan Kira Armstrong from Skeleton Crew was going to be the new main Slayer in the series, and a lot of the old guard, a lot of the original cast were keen to come back and reprise their roles. We were going to get to see Alison Hannigan be Willow again. Maybe James Masters be Spike again. Who knows? Like, the possibilities were endless.
But he blew up.
No, he didn't.
He blew up. He blew up.
He came back. Spoilers from 20 years ago.
And I heard the fact that he's an angel, isn't he? But I heard the fact that they were trying to get Masters in for a brief cameo in Firefly, so they'd be interconnected, but playing as someone who kind of looked like Spike, but not really Spike. So
that's funny.
Connectivity, because he's a vampire and he would last that long.
Yeah,
into the future.
Yes, he would. Yeah, he would see the Firefly age happen.
Yeah, but
because there are those. No, because I was going to say there are those who believe that Firefly is connected to the Sunnydale universe and everything. It's just set in the future, obviously. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really sad that this isn't happening, and I think that maybe confirms that I was probably looking forward to this more than I realized, because I did say on the podcast a couple of weeks ago that I was very much excited but nervous at the same time for whatever this was going to be. But I think, yeah, ultimately, yeah, I would have loved to have seen this, what they were going to do, like how it would have worked, what new Sunnydale would have looked like, what, like, the new status quo of the Slayer would have been, because I'm not going to spoil, I mean, I could spoil all of, the ending of Buffy if I wanted, because it's like over 20 years ago now. But, they changed the game, they changed the way Slayers work at the end of the show. And so it would have been really cool to see how that would have functioned in the modern world. And to see which characters would have come back. Even some, like Sarah Michelle Gellar was teasing dead characters returning. So I had my hopes up for some people to come back that I never thought I'd see play those characters again. And now it's probably never going to happen. This is probably the one shot that we would have had, I think. I doubt they're gonna, because Sarah was saying that Chloe Zhao really, the way she pitched everything to Disney, to Hulu, and to Sarah to get her to come back, like she said, like she made her love Buffy again and made her want to do the character again, because like the reason that Buffy ended when it did was because Sarah Michelle Gellar walked away. That was the reason the show ended. It didn't get cancelled or anything. She's just like, no, I'm done. I think Buffy's done, and that was it. So and now Buffy's done for good, and I'm sad, and I really want to know why. So hopefully they eventually announce why. But maybe the pilot didn't test well. I mean, there could have been test screenings. There was a lot of delays as well on the start of production for the main season and when it was going to even air. So yeah, maybe Hulu had no confidence in it. I don't know. Either way, I'm sad. Mike, are you sad? Do you care about this in any way, shape, or form? Do you have any thoughts?
Well, I'm sad for you.
Oh, thanks.
For the fans who want something back, and it would probably introduce people to the world of Buffy.
Yeah,
again.
Exactly.
Because now that Disney owns Fox, it's all on Disney Plus. It's like, hey, if you like this, go and watch this, and that's usually what happens with redone like stuff. And like you can sort of see that with Malcolm in the Middle as well, like the new special coming out, and people are going, oh, why don't we watch this again, or introduce people to it, that sort of thing. And yeah, it is kind of sad. Yeah, don't know why. I'm sure it will be leaked. So
yeah,
here's to who knows? Maybe because, as you said, delays, because we had the writer's strike and actors' strike. It probably fell along the way, and then, I don't know, they're probably just, Hulu's probably hedging their bets. Who knows? But maybe Firefly has got something to do with it. Maybe
it's Firefly's fault.
So now your eggs are in the Firefly basket. Maybe. The new Firefly series will be... Yeah, people are speculating that's going to... if it's going to be something, it will be probably an animated thing, but an in-between of the Firefly and the Serenity, because I already know that Alan Tudyk dies in that, so...
And Serenity, yeah.
Spoilers.
He's a leaf on the wind.
He's like a fart in the wind.
I fucking hate it so much. Anyway, it's fine. Today or tomorrow is the day we find out what the fuck they've been teasing, on a side note. So,
a couple of things coming out.
And it's not. He said it's not collectibles. It's not Funko toys. It's not. And I'm like, okay.
It's going to. Oh, a couple of years ago, it could have been. It's an NFT.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Totally would have.
And I think we're also getting a brand new day, Spider-Man, like this week.
Oh, a trailer?
This week. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what Scoopers have been saying.
Oh, okay. Well, they have been teasing a Marvel reunion at the Oscars tomorrow, so I don't know if they're going to play the first trailer during the Oscars broadcast. That would be interesting if they did, but maybe, I don't know. Or maybe they're not connected at all. I don't know.
I don't know stuff, but isn't Oscars on ABC or something? In
America? I think it's either ABC or NBC. Yeah, there might be ABC. Here's the Oscars
Disney adjacent
ABC in America. Yes, I'm just gonna check. Yeah, yep, it is on ABC, which is owned by Disney. So so they totally could play the trailer if they wanted. All right, cool beans. Shall we move to our next item?
True.
Okay, some better news, some exciting news, especially for you, Mike.
Oh yes,
some Doctor Who news this week.
Yeah, some big Doctor Who news.
Big Doctor Who news. This is very exciting. So, during the week, in somebody's quote-unquote ramshackle collection of vintage films, in a cardboard box was found 2 episodes of Doctor Who. Two, not one, but 2.
Any Always Sunny fans? Two wars. We're in 2 wars.
Yes, these episodes have not been seen since they were initially broadcast, I believe, in the 1960s. They feature the first Doctor, William Hartnell, tackling a Dalek plan to take over Earth, the solar system, and the galaxy. And apparently, Peter Purves, who played the Doctor's assistant, Stephen Taylor, was invited to the Phoenix Cinema in Leicester on Wednesday under false pretenses to view the episodes. And he said, this is a direct quote, "My flabber has never been so gasted," which I just think is wonderful. So the first episode was called The Nightmare Begins, and the second episode was called Devil's Planet. I'm also reading that this is like now a connective tissue between another episode that was found like 20 years ago, Day of Armageddon. Yeah. Which means now fans will have the first 3 installments of the Daleks Master Plan arc
at the start.
Yeah, so that's really cool. These episodes have never been broadcast outside of the UK, so we've never seen them here in Australia. But they will be on BBC iPlayer in Easter, so very good.
Good Easter present.
Yes, very good Easter present. This is really cool. This is great because obviously there's a lot of lore around, so many of the lost Doctor Who episodes that the BBC didn't take care of back in the 60s.
Basically destroyed.
Yeah, really awful.
Or wiped.
Yeah, wiped and recorded over because they reused the film, didn't they? Isn't that what happened?
As a cost-cutting measure.
Yeah,
because they didn't have the foresight for one and done. That's fine.
Yeah, they didn't understand because like TV was so new back then and everything, and they'd probably Doctor Who didn't really get that big until what, the 70s or 80s. Mike, did it, or was it big? Was it big straight away?
It was kind of big for kids, but the review aspect, it's Back to the Future line. It's like, what's a rerun? They don't know what a rerun is.
Yeah.
So
what's a rerun?
And that was in the 50s. So
yeah.
So I think it was because of VHS when that came out, like late 80s, and also like rewatching cans that they had in the 70s as well. It's like, hey, can we like watch the old stuff? It's like, no, because we don't have it. It's like, what do you mean you don't have it? Oh well, we done this and this and this, and yeah, and there was one thing a fan came in to say, "Hey, can I have a look at this?" And then it was the first Dalek story that was actually scheduled to be destroyed that day. So
oh wow!
it says, "I want these." It's like, and so he just took them and yeah, he saved the first Dalek story, and this had a particular interesting story as well. It's a serial story called The Daleks Master Plan that went for 12 episodes, and now they've discovered 5, and there's 7 still missing, and it was usually they sell the films to other broadcasters like around the world, like some in Argentina, and like all around the world, basically Commonwealth countries, and also Australia as well. And so so Australia got the film cans, and they got them, but they didn't broadcast them because they deemed too violent. So
yeah.
So
okay.
So yeah, and a lot of people like fans like me who are on the hunt for these missing episodes, and they found a couple, but there are still like, well, compared to this, I think is like probably 90 still missing, 90 episodes still missing, but I think it's gone down a bit as well. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think this is the first case of actually finding episodes in private collectors, because usually it's like different. They're just in boxes somewhere around the world, and yeah, so this person who passed away, and the family was going through the stuff. It's like, oh, there's some cans of film here, because I think they were a former like person who was part of the BBC, and so they hired a film restoration team called Film is Fabulous, and they have a thing of well, we're not just going to pick and choose the ones. We'll archive like all of them. So it's all this other different stuff, and there was a bit of a whisper on the wind of something was found, but they didn't really specify what it was, because you're dealing with families and deals and that, because these are pretty valuable stuff, because it's lost media, and it's very, very tricky to do that. So they ask, can we give these back to, like, not the original stuff, they just clean them up, what they did for the first Star Wars, and like clean up the original negatives and redo it. And so yeah, and here we are now. They got released. They're going to be released in Easter, and is a big possibility of seeing if they reanimate the other ones, because that's what they've also done with Doctor Who have 1 or 2 episodes missing, because it's easier to animate like 1 or 2 episodes. They're missing 7, so
yeah.
It's not very viable to reanimate 7 episodes for a serial that went on for 12 episodes. Yeah, so it's a big beast, but considering it is a Dalek story, and they're usually very popular for people who are new to Doctor Who and saying, "Oh, what's this Dalek story?" and all intents and purposes, this is not one of the best ones, because it's essentially, it is a road trip movie over time and space, and trying to get away from the Daleks. So yeah, and also one episode takes place without any without any of the doctors, and it's I can't remember what it's called, but a film class actually recreated the entire thing because they sort of can, because it didn't have a doctor or anything like that. So yeah, so that was part of it. So yeah, who knows what will come of this, but great to see more Doctor Who that we haven't seen forever, because I think it was 1965. Yeah, so that's cool.
That's really cool. Yep, really, really cool. Okay, moving to our next bit of news. We've got some DC news, and it's a casting announcement. This is very exciting. We got the trailer for Lanterns last week, and this week we find out that Jon Stewart himself, Aaron Pierre, will be making an appearance. The comedian. Aaron Pierre will be appearing in the next Superman film, Man of Tomorrow, which is really, really cool to hear. Yeah, considering we don't know what's going to happen in the Lanterns show. We know a little bit about Man of Tomorrow, and Brainiac's going to be the bad guy, and Lex and Clark are going to be teaming up potentially to bring Brainiac down. We don't know for sure yet, I think, if either Hal Jordan or Guy Gardner is appearing in Man of Tomorrow, but we've got one Green Lantern. So maybe he's gonna earn his ring in the Lantern series, and then we get to see him in Man of Tomorrow.
Don't say it like that, but
yeah.
Earn his ring.
Well, it's superhero terminology, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know if this spoils anything in the Lantern series, really, but yeah, take it as you will. I think it's great. It's nice to see. I love the connective tissue that the DCU has been doing so far. They're not overdoing it by any means. So I think it's good. I think it's good. I'm really looking forward to this next Superman film. Probably, I don't know, I might be more excited for Man of Tomorrow than I am for Supergirl at this point, which sounds wrong. Because I'm definitely excited for Supergirl. But yeah, Man of Tomorrow really interests me. It just sounds, there's a lot of interesting moving parts there that sound really interesting. So, but it's not coming out until next year, so we've got to wait a little bit for it. Do you have any thoughts, Mike, on Jon Stewart showing up in the next Superman film?
People are saying this is like a quasi Justice League movie, because they now have two Justice Leagues. People. So that's going to be interesting if it's going to be going to have more. If you're going to have Martian Manhunter and maybe a very brief connection for Batman as well, maybe. Or Wonder Woman, one of the big ones. Yeah. Cool. That means I've got to watch the Lantern stuff, which is all right. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to watch True Detective before I watch this. I'm just going to watch it as it is. Not everything needs to be connected, and I'm too busy. I'm watching One Piece. I'm thinking around. I was hoping to finish before the new season comes out, but that's like the start of April. And if that's the case, I will have to watch 30 episodes a day. And I did the brief calculations. It's roughly 12 hours. So I'm not doing that.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. And also Firefly's on the back burner.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get to Firefly, Mike. You gotta do it.
Yeah, if there's a new season or a documentary,
something's happening,
or a podcast, or an NFT, or a Funko Pop. Even Funko Pops are turned out of favor. So why?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. All right. Next bit of news. Some more casting news as well, this one. And I'm really, really curious I am nervous about this. So Kate Winslet, the wonderful Kate Winslet, very talented actress, has been cast as the female lead in Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. Can anyone say diversity cast? I have no idea.
Because Lord of the Rings only has like two female characters.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I have no idea who she's gonna play. I saw something online theorizing that she's going to be like Smeagol's mum or grandmother in flashbacks or something. Like there's going to be a connection there. I guess that could work. She could be a she could be a quasi hobbit. Maybe. She could also be an elf. She could be a woman, like just part of the race of men. I guess there's so many theories. I don't know which I think is more likely. I feel like the most likely thing is that she's going to be playing an original character, because the time that this movie takes place is a time that Tolkien never really expanded on that much, I believe, in the lore. Because it is just a brief period of time at the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring where where Sauron's trying to get to Gollum to find out, where the ring is, and Gandalf and Aragorn are in the background trying to get to Gollum before Sauron does, and we all know what happens, obviously, so no, spoilers don't really matter. But this movie is still a head scratcher to me, as to why it's getting made. Especially like, and the main thing, apart from like why expand into a 2-hour film or 3-hour film knowing this franchise, such a small time and place, like, so they must be going back into Gollum's backstory, but then the other problem is, you've got Viggo Mortensen coming back to play Aragorn. You've got, Sir McKellen he's old, and he was old then, so it kind of works a little bit. But like, there's talks of getting Orlando Bloom to come back as Legolas, maybe, and like Elijah Wood's going to be making some kind of appearance as Frodo too. So it's like, but these guys they're getting old now. Like they're not in their 30s or their 20s anymore, and you have to, use that de-aging technology or makeup effects. I don't know, but like, a lot of people criticize the way Orlando Bloom looked as Legolas in the Hobbit films, because he wasn't even really supposed to be in that story anyway, and they just put him in there because nostalgia, I guess, and because he's a popular character, and because obviously his dad's involved in the story, so you can find a way to make it work. But I don't know. Look, Peter Jackson's producing, and it's cool in that sense to see Peter Jackson and Kate Winslet collaborating creatively for the first time in over 30 years, because they worked on Heavenly Creatures together, which was one of Peter Jackson's early films that kind of brought him into the spotlight.
First studio film,
yeah, first studio film. So that's really cool to see. And Andy Serkis has proven more than proven his weight as an actor and a director and a visual effects artist, really. So yeah, there's a lot of good in here, but there's also a lot of uncertainty. So I'm really just going to be waiting to see either a synopsis for the film, who the hell Kate Winslet's playing. I'm so curious, and ultimately a trailer next year, because they don't start principal photography on this until May, so they're going to be shooting for 6 months in New Zealand. So yeah, there you have it. Mike, what are your thoughts on Kate Winslet joining The Hunt for Gollum? Do you have any theories as to who she might be playing?
I'm confused as you are. Don't know, but lead role?
Yeah, the lead female lead. Yeah.
It takes place when Bilbo leaves and Gandalf comes back. So I don't know. Yeah, need more info. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy, but last time they introduced a new female character in The Hobbit, it didn't really go well. There for their stake, and also a love interest for a why I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cool to get more Lord of the Rings stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Makes me sad that I should be happy. I liked this 20 years ago, and I don't know. I can't really add too much. I mean, Kate Winslet is a good actor, and I'm sure she will do a fine job. Whatever she takes. We don't know. We don't know her class. Is she human? Is she? I don't think she's a hobbit. Or they usually get like 5 something.
She's reasonably tall.
Yeah.
She's not my height, but I think she's like, near my height, I would say.
But is she fair enough for an elf?
I mean, I would like to think so. She is a very beautiful woman, but I can't see her playing an elf. I know. I see her playing just a woman.
A ranger.
Maybe she's
Aragorn's mum.
Maybe she's connected to the Rangers or the Dunedain, like who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe this is more of an Aragorn story than a Hunt for Gollum.
Maybe, yeah. Some kind
That'd be interesting.
Side quest with Aragorn, who knows? Yeah.
And he's thinking about his mum.
Yeah. Flashbacks to Mumsy.
To Mumsy.
Mumsy.
Her with the big apron and say, "Hey,
like
that. have some more gruel, little Aragorn. Have some more gruel. You'll grow up big and strong like your father." Oh, she used to call me my little prince. I didn't know she was being literal.
Yeah. So I just googled it because Aragorn's father was Arathorn, and
Son of Arathorn, yeah.
Yes. Arathorn's wife was a woman named Gilraen, often called Gilraen the Fair. She was a Dunedain woman and the mother of Aragorn. They married in Third Age 2929, and Arathorn was killed 4 years later in 2933. So I didn't realize that Arathorn died when Aragorn was really young. But Gilraen lived until Third Age 3007, and she lived in Ariador after leaving Rivendell. She raised Aragorn in Rivendell, so they were in Rivendell together, under the protection of Elrond. So
I think I solved it.
I think you may be onto something. Yeah. There we go. Apparently she has in Fellowship of the Ring. She's depicted as a statue in Rivendell. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if she's Gilraen then. We'll find out.
Aragorn's mumsy.
Aragorn's mumsy.
And that will be the meme. Aragorn's mumsy.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New meme just unlocked.
New meme unlocked. Yeah. Get ready, everyone. All right, we got one more bit of news to discuss, and it's another casting. A lot of casting this week, but this is pretty cool. Obviously, we're getting closer to the release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And this week we had confirmation as to exactly who is going to be voicing Yoshi. And that is, of course, Childish Gambino himself, Donald Glover. Yeah. Really interesting casting choice. I'm all for it. He's great. I love, love his acting work. Like, I'm a big fan of him in Community, of course. And, really cool to see that he's going to be providing the voice of Yoshi. It's going to be fun. to hear. They also announced Louis Guzman as a character named Wart, who I'm not familiar with. And Issa Rae is going to be Honey Queen. I also don't know who Honey Queen is, but I'm guessing they are potential deep cuts Mario characters. I don't know. I've got no...
Yeah, from Mario Galaxy.
They're from the game Mario Galaxy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
First... one of the first levels. Queen
cool.
Bee.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
It's when Mario gets to be a bee, and you get to levitate for a couple of seconds until you run out of stamina and then fall to the ground.
That's quite funny, because it's like, I'm like, wait, the movie's called Super Mario Galaxy, and there's a level where Mario has to be a bee.
Yeah. Space bee.
Space bees. Yeah. No, cool. I'm all for this. Issa Rae's very funny. She's great. Louis Guzman, also a legend in the world of comedy filmmaking, and he plays an excellent Gomez on in Wednesday. So yeah, good cast. It's a great cast. Very, very cool. I don't have much else to say. So I'm going to throw to you, Mike. Do you have any thoughts on these three fine actors rounding out the cast of the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
A little bit of surprise for Glover being Yoshi, because the trailer came out with Yoshi, and it sounded like Yoshi, basically. I thought
he's doing that bit of a...
Yeah, thought taking grabs from like gameplay or something like that. But now knowing that and rewatching it, it's like, yeah, I kind of hear it now. It's so he is doing a Yoshi voice, which is another thing to say is like, well, everyone around Chris Pratt is doing their job. Chris Pratt ain't. Chris Pratt sounds like Chris Pratt.
We're back on the Chris Pratt criticism, are we? Okay.
He don't sound like Mario. He sounds like Chris Pratt. He sounds like Garfield. Garfield.
He sounds like Garfield.
Garfield doesn't sound like Garfield. Garfield sounds like Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt sounds like Chris Pratt. Every actor around Chris Pratt sounds like the actual character, or trying to do a character version. Even Charlie Day, even though I know it sounds like Charlie Day, but that character is Luigi. That's not Mario. That's Chris Pratt. And Yoshi sounds like Yoshi. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, I want to be Yoshi. You want to say it like that? Even Keenan sounds like Toad. Just screaming. Yeah. He sounds like Toad. Chris Pratt sounds like Chris Pratt. He not trying.
He not trying.
He don't try.
No trying from Chris Pratt. Okay.
No trying from Chris Pratt.
That's.
But I'm not watching it for Chris Pratt. I'm watching it for Mario. And Mario doesn't sound like Mario.
I'm watching it for Brie Larson as Rosalina. That's where my money's at.
Yeah. She'll do a good job.
Yeah, she'll be great.
Yeah.
She'll be very good.
She's
all
cool.
Right. She is very cool.
Cool. And her story
like
within the game. I hope they do that. And also the theory behind it of her character.
Oh.
Yes. So I won't talk about that until it is or is not done in the movie. So
yeah, thank you. No spoilers, yeah.
Yeah. 1st of April.
Yeah. 1st of April. It's coming soon.
Where's it coming? 1st of April.
That's the nerdy news.
Chris Pratt sounds like Chris Pratt.
That's the consensus. Chris Pratt sounds like Chris Pratt. Oh boy. All right. It's time to rolling up to the trailer park.
We are rolling.
Rolling up to the trailer park where we all park all the trailers. Hee-ha.
Okay. Trailer park time. First trailer we're going to talk about actually, I think everything we're talking about, they're all TV series this week. But the first one is an Apple TV Plus series that I've been hearing things about for a little while. This is called Margot's Got Money Troubles, starring Elle Fanning, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Nick Offerman, amongst many other fine actors. Nicole Kidman's here as well. So yeah, it looks really good. I think I might watch this. I think it's based on a book, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I kind of like, I don't know, I'm not a parent and I may not ever be one, but wondering the story of this, of like, it's that narrative of someone's really intelligent, really smart, they have a lot of promise, and then they, fool around and they get themselves pregnant, and then it's like life is over. Like now they can't do what they want to do. And I kind of like, that's just a story that kind of just happens anyway in the world, but like at the same time, does your life have to be over when you have kids? Like, just because I know obviously you do have to sacrifice a lot for your children. I'm sure that is the case, as I see from yourself, Mike, and your wife, and my other friends that are parents. Things do definitely change, but I feel like there's a negative stigma here around, like, not being able to achieve your dreams just because you became a parent. And I just, as someone, it's funny because I don't know, I'm not really a parental kind of person, and it just it kind of just rubs me the wrong way that this is sort of a trope thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just talking out of my ass for no reason, but because like your life shouldn't be over, but maybe you just put your life on pause, but while you do the thing. But anyway, I think this might be a period piece too. I don't know if it's set in the modern time. Maybe it's like set in the 2010s or something. But regardless, it still looks good. Like, the story looks really good. Elle Fanning is just on a roll at the moment. She's got her first Oscar nomination for her work in Sentimental Value, and she's just she makes really great choices. And the fact that her character is like super intelligent, and then she decides that she has to basically do an OnlyFans sort of situation so she can make money for her and her kid, and then like she's got her parents kind of on her about wasting her life and all this stuff, and her dad's like, why are you doing this for? Like, I can't believe you're selling your body like this, sort of thing. And like, wait, but like, given who my mum is and given who my dad is, and like her dad's a former pro wrestler, and she's like, I'm pretty sure this is like kind of something that I'm qualified to do, which I kind of thought was a little funny. But she's just like, just shut up. Like, you've got no skin in the game. You can't say I'm doing something wrong, considering what you guys did to help raise me, So, yeah, but that speaks to every parent, I guess, wanting the best for their kids, right? I can understand that and appreciate that. Yeah, it looks really interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to potentially checking this out. I will be for sure getting back on the Apple TV Plus train this year. So, yeah, I might give this a watch. What did you think of it, Mike? What are your thoughts?
I was trying to remember. It definitely remembered. I remembered. We saw the teaser. We saw the teaser for it of this giant alien lady, coming down and looking into a building. I thought, what's this? This is interesting. And yeah, now this is a full-fledged what do you call it? Trailer for it. Yeah, I think it's going to tackle a couple of issues. Yeah, the trope for once you have a kid, you lose something. Speaking as experience, it does change your life, and either for good or bad. And you're never ready to have kids, I don't think. like this is speaking as experience. As like, yes, we're like me and my wife, we're planning to have kids, and even you still have the back of your mind. It's like, are you ready? Is everything in position for you to have a kid? And no, you're not, basically. And once you have a kid, that's a completely different aspect of life that you do have to like compartmentalize. What are you doing as a human being? Because now you have to look after a being, a child. And having said that, where this character is fresh out of high school, and the whole world's your oyster, and then you're a little bit of a setback of looking after a child, and you have to put all your dreams, your aspirations on hold a little bit for having kids. And now it definitely feels like the father didn't want anything to do with the kid. So if this comes out of saying okay, that relationship failed, or maybe it wasn't really a relationship, it was just a one night stand. Who knows? Could be knocked up. I don't know. And then and it's going to tackle another thing of is it selling. Is sex work, because this is what it is. Is sex work lucrative if you're selling something that is deemed to be like reprehensible or anything like that? And I think it's interesting saying it now, because the thing is the lifestyle is probably changed, because I don't know. I've never really had that dire straits that I had to sell my body for anything. But I think because of the OnlyFans effect, that you're your own boss now. That it's not you're not akin to be part of like a certain system that can be deemed as like priority. Predated, that you're not predated on. Of it's like you are the lower class, but you are selling your body, and it's that sort of thing. But now you're with OnlyFans, you're your own boss. You can handle your own business, and I think it's good to actually have these sort of stories to say, well, you are selling a product, and people are buying it, and that's where it ends. There's no connection involved. It's all online, and and you have that reputation. You form that I can't think of or even say the word, but you are this person online that's doing this thing. Does that affect you in real life? That's another story. And also within the trailer, now the dad's come back and is going for full custody. That's another issue in the eyes of the law. Is it deemed inappropriate that you're doing this thing for the benefit of a child, but you're still being, you're still being a mother and a loving mother, and it's a very interesting story that I haven't seen that before, and I think it would be interesting to actually watch, because it's a damn thing better than mass. Marriage at First Sight. It's like, oh, you got to be watching Marriage at First Sight. It's like, why? It's crap.
Yeah.
It's slop. It's slop.
Yeah.
I do not do slop.
Sorry, not sorry.
So I think I don't know. I think I'll probably get my wife to watch this, because she's a fan of Nick Offerman as well, and he's never led me astray. And you got Michelle Pfeiffer, and maybe it's a more of a uphill battle. So yeah, Nicole Kidman's in it, and it's like, oh, she's fake. It's like, well, she's Australian, so shut up. Yeah, my wife has a weird thing for certain people in the entertainment industry. It's like I don't get the contentment that she has for with Laura Dern, because she's only seen 2 movies that she was not the best person, like I Am Sam and The Founder. Speaking of Nick Offerman.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, well, she's meant to play those characters, so you are more sympathetic for Michael Keaton's character to cheat on her. So even I think that's a stretch. It's like you're not meant to like The Founder.
No, you're not.
It's like, but he's the main character. Anyway, yeah, I actually might watch this, and maybe with my wife as well, because it definitely feels like a period piece as well, because it definitely feels like an I, Tonya situation, where it has that feel of not necessarily supposed to be a period piece, but you know, they are talking about early 2000s stuff, and yeah, I think that's cool. So when is this coming out, Kendall? On Apple Plus?
Yes. Margot's Got Money Troubles will be on Apple TV Plus on the 15th of April, so 1 month from now.
Yes.
Yes. Our next trailer for another series. This one's on Netflix. It's called Big Mistakes, starring Dan Levy, and I adore him. He's great in Schitt's Creek. He's just great in general. And I saw him tease on his Instagram about this project coming up for him, and I was like, oh, I wonder what it's going to be. And then I watched the trailer, and I'm just like, I don't know if this grabbed me. The trailer was chaotic as hell. So much is going on. I mean, Laurie Metcalf's also in this, which is nice. I like her a lot. She's very talented. You know, I think she's playing his mum, maybe, in the film. But he's like this sort. He seems like like Dan is playing like sort of this corrupt priest sort of character who's gotten into some shady shit, and they're now kind of trying not to get themselves killed. Him and his sister or friend, I couldn't figure it out from the trailer. But yeah, it looks wild. It looks intense. It looks funny. It kind of like maybe more of a black comedy in parts. I did kind of had to have a little chuckle at the line when, you know, they're getting held at gunpoint and ordered into the back of this truck, and then the chick says like, I don't like this. It's giving kidnapping and homicide. And he's like, really? It's giving is going to be your final words? I just thought that was quite funny. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sold. I'm not sold. I love Dan Levy, but yeah, I just don't know if this particular story is for me. Maybe I need to see a different trailer, or maybe I need to just watch one episode and see if that gets me or not. Because I just didn't think this was a very well put together trailer for my money. But that's how I'm feeling. What about you, Mike? What did you think of Big Mistakes?
Yeah, definitely. Not to poo-poo him, but he definitely has a type that he plays well.
Yeah, he does.
Considering I've just recently started watching Schitt's Creek, and yeah, a gay priest that's got into trouble is like, yeah, it's an interesting premise, but will it hold out for how many episodes? Yeah, I kind of hit that wall that you have. It's like, yeah, maybe. I think black comedy, but I don't know. One episode, see how it does. Otherwise, I'll just put that in the put that in the Oh, Darth Pudding just said, "Ha, g'day, folks." Yeah, we're talking about trailers and movies and TV shows.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, I'm not that fussed if I don't see it or not. I mean, I've got Schitt's Creek to watch, and
you do, which is
that's got cool people in it that I need to watch.
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes.
So when is this coming out on Netflix?
Yes, this will be out pretty soon as well. Big Mistakes will be on Netflix from the 9th of April.
Oh, everything April.
Everything April, except for our last trailer. But that's also going to be on Netflix, and this is Something Very Bad is going to happen.
Something strange is going
to happen. This is I like the title in and of itself. It's very grabbing and very like, okay, setting a definite mood and tone. But if this series doesn't do well, then the media is going to have a field day with puns and and titles for their articles. But hopefully not, because like this looks really interesting. It's got a bit of a thriller vibe to it, maybe something horror adjacent. So this is starring Camilla Morone, who I saw recently in The Night Manager season 2. She was really good in that. And she's playing the female lead here, and it's also kind of giving me Ready or Not vibes. You know, this woman being, proposed to, getting married, and becoming a part of this family that really has a dark aura about them. And Ready or Not plays it more obviously for comedic effect. And she has no idea until after the wedding that the whole family is fucking psychotic. But in this trailer, it really seems more. There seems to be more of an awareness of something's off. And Holly Hunter is also here, and she seems to be playing the matriarch of the family, and she's a fantastic actress. She's so good. So I would watch this probably just for her alone, to be honest. To see her play some creepy older lady. Boss ass bitch kind of lady. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I need this if I have Ready or Not kind of doing the thing well already. But I might check it out. Or I might, give it a miss. Or wait and see what the reviews say. If the critics think that maybe something very good is about to happen, then we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. It was a decent trailer. It was very atmospheric and set the tone really well. And I think you kind of know what you're in for with this one. But they don't really give away too much of what the mystery or what's really going on, which I think makes it a really good trailer in that sense. It sets it up well enough to kind of get you interested, but it doesn't show everything. So yeah, I hope this gets good reviews. But yeah, I might give it a go. What about you, Mike? Are you gonna let something very bad happen to you by watching this?
Wow, I'm just not gonna turn up to the wedding.
That was terrible.
Nah.
Nah.
I'm not going to turn up to a wedding.
You're not going to turn up to a wedding. I'm very smart. That's smart approach.
Yeah, I kind of get the Ready or Not vibe, but at least they had fun with it. This doesn't look like it's fun. I think it's very monotone. It's very dark intentionally, but from same director as Baby Reindeer. I liked Baby Reindeer, and how that was building upon the story of the guy, and also Duffer Brothers sort of producing as well. So
cool.
I don't know. It just I think the intrigue of what's going to happen. I think didn't work for me. I think they were burying the lead. It's like, well, give me a taste of what is wrong, because I don't like suspense. I like to see, okay, this is what it's really about, and it didn't captivate me. That's not the word, but I don't care. It It looked boring. This is just me talking. It's like very very dark and moody. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I wanted more fun. I don't know. It just, yeah, I'm not in the mood for this. Did I say? I'm not in the mood. I wasn't in the mood to watch the trailer, and I think that's probably my fault. But yeah, it's probably a no from me. So when is this coming out so I can stay clear from it?
Something very bad is going to happen. Will be on Netflix from the 26th of March.
Weddings are supposed to be fun. This doesn't look like fun.
This is the opposite of that.
Yeah, at least Ready or Not had a shotgun. Had a bride with a shotgun and camo.
Yes.
Which I still need to watch before the Ready Player 2 comes out. Ready Set Not. I know what I need.
Yes.
I need you to drink.
Ready or Not 2, Here I Come is about to come out in cinemas. So yes. I can't wait to watch that. Just on a side note here.
Even though the trailer for Ready Set 2 sort of spoiled the ending. It's like, oh well. I'll just watch it anyway.
Yeah.
I want to see people killed. No. Anyway.
Okay, so that's Trailer Park. It's Trailer Park. We're rolling out of that and straight on into a Quickie Review.
Good thing I got the thing.
Quickie Review.
Quickie Review. Okay, so because our wonderful co-host Fulya is not here with us, she's getting paid. We are just gonna do a little tease, a little preview of our One Piece season 2 chat that we will be having next week. So stay tuned for that. But we have been watching it, and we have thoughts that we just want to briefly mention. Not going to go too deep into it. We're going to save that for next week. But to start things off, I will, like I said, remind people I have only seen the first 2 episodes of the new season, which are, of course, the beginning and the end, and good whale hunting. The first 2 episodes. I love the fact that all the episode titles are like movie puns.
Yeah, which is new for One Piece.
I was going to say they didn't do that in season 1, so yeah, that's really fun. Yeah, for just general quick thoughts from me. Yeah, I'm really loving it. It's great to be back in this world again after, almost 3 years. And I just love these characters, and this cast is so much fun, and the world is so wonderfully well brought to life. Like just the costume design and the production design that goes into this. They do such a good job of making these people and locations look like anime just brought to life. Like, I know that's what it is, but just for me, for some reason, it's just like I look at these characters and I'm like, you are dead set exactly the way you should look. Like, there's no, I'm so glad that Hollywood finally figured that out, that you just need to fucking nut up and just do it exactly how like none of this, dark and brooding fucking
what do you expect?
Angsty
yellow spandex?
Yeah, like none of that shit.
Embrace the weird.
Embrace the weird. You got to lean into the campy, and that One Piece would not be as successful as it clearly is for Netflix if they didn't do that. I just love them. Yeah, Luffy and Sanji and Zoro continue to be my favorite characters here. The first episode was really great because we get to see them go to Logue Town, and that's obviously where Gold Roger was executed, and the birthplace of the story of the One Piece and the whole reason for the show, basically, and just I love Luffy's just childlike wonder he has for this,
The
and his
optimism.
enthusiasm for everything. I just think he's just the best. Yeah, and then obviously we get to see the return of the fucking clown whose name escapes me.
Buggy.
Buggy comes back. So good to see him again. That was so much fun. It was a really good first episode, and I really enjoyed also the scene with Zoro in the sword shop. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, really really good first episode. Second episode, I also really loved as well. Laboon has my whole heart forever and ever, and my god, I did not expect this to be, yes, literally choked up by the backstory of a whale waiting for his crew to come back, and they never do, and it's just, and he's hurting himself because he's trying to get through the red line, trying to get out and go find them, and it's just so sad. And so at the end of that episode, slight spoilers, but like when Luffy says to Laboon, like, because he labels him with the Straw Hat logo, and he's like, don't worry, we're going to come back for you. And I'm thinking, don't make a promise you can't keep, Luffy. Like,
He'll keep it. It's Luffy.
I'm sure he'll keep it. If anyone's going to keep a promise, it's Monkey D. Luffy, that's for sure. Yeah, but that was a great episode. I really liked it. The way they connect, like, the song, like the sea shanty that was used in that episode was great, as well. Yeah, and then just the idea of this reverse mountain and the fact that they have to like go up the water and then come down, and Nami's skill versus doubting herself with her map skills, her navigation skills, and she gets them through that. So that's really cool. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then I guess I'll wrap up just by saying we got obviously some new characters introduced. Baroque Works is here. I'm finally getting to meet them at last after hearing so much from you guys. And was it Miss All Sunday? Is that her name?
Yes.
The one that can make her limbs appear out of nowhere. Yeah. That scene. That scene was giving me Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey vibes. Oh no, Suicide Squad. Yeah, Suicide Squad, not Birds of Prey. Yeah. When she walks through and kicks ass and there's like flowers and shit going all around her. Same kind of thing here. But
it was a Netflix fighting in a corridor.
Yeah. Yeah. I really loved her introduction. Just as this ruthless, like, how the hell is anyone going to defeat this woman? If this is what she can do. And the genuine fear from the Marines is great. And then so I can't wait to see more of Baroque Works. I'm really excited to meet the rest of them as we go forward. And then of course is it Captain Smoker? Or is that his name? The Marine?
Yeah, Captain Smoker.
Smokes.
Yeah.
Captain Smoker. I like him a lot. I think he's fun. How do you defeat him as well? Is beyond me, because he just turns into smoke and he can suffocate you from the inside out. So that's good. But somebody who I have no idea who they are shows the fuck up at the end of episode 1 to save Luffy from him, and I think he's a pivotal character, whoever he is, and that's fun too. And I also kind of like the introduction of this other this new Marine character that met Zoro in in the market, and then she was in the sword shop. I can't remember her name, but yeah, and then the twist that she's actually a Marine, and then and then she finds out Zoro's a pirate. Now she's on this vendetta to bring him to justice, and she's going to stop at nothing to make that happen. So yeah, really cool stuff. I really dug the first 2 episodes, so I can't wait to get back and finish it off this week before we talk about it next week. All right, Mike. Tell us your overall thoughts of season 2. I'm guessing you've finished it.
I have. I've seen all 8.
You've seen all 8 episodes. So
Yes.
how are you feeling as obviously a really big fan of the anime? How did this go? Like adapting it, and like in terms of what they kept and what they cut out, because there's obviously a lot of timeline condensation going on here, condensing even. But yeah, what did you think? Did you enjoy it?
I really did. It definitely still has the spirit of One Piece. It's not one-for-one creation.
No.
Because they have the liberty of future events that has involved with what we're going through. So there are a lot of stuff that happens in the future that do harken back to this particular point in time. So they do add those elements in, and I like that because you can. When Oda was writing it, drawing it, because he wrote and drew all of it up to a point, and then he was doing that for like a week at a time, and
that's insane.
That's some Japanese determineship. So some things that he later thought about, he added in, and then because it's a retelling of the story, they can go back and do that. So really enjoy that. So you've seen the first 2 episodes, so I won't mention in the future. First episode, good reintroduction to the crew, and it's kind of good that they brought back Avita and Buggy just to familiarize yourself with what basically a last hurrah for the East Blue. So before they go into the Grand Line, and the Laboon story is one of the stories I was looking forward to. There's certain bits that I was really looking forward to, and Laboon was it, because where I am in the anime is it does touch upon certain characters like coming in and also being reintroduced and being part of Laboon's story, which they added, and I really appreciate that. And other stuff is in the future that you're going to see. It involves Chopper and that story, Tony Chopper. So that's going to be good.
Nice.
And I do like the fact that each arc sort of has their own episode that they do. Like, it's definitely Baroque's works is in your future, as well as Drum Island as well. That actually has 3 episode arc, which is good. And cool. And you won't understand this, but they got the main bad guy at the end on Drum Island. They actually made him work in the live action, which is great and bizarre at the same time. So I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm really happy of where things are going with this, and I can't wait for season 3. That's the problem with Netflix. They put everything out once and then it's all done, and then you have to wait for the next bit, which we don't have to wait very long. I think it's going to be a year until the next one, and then hopefully that wheel will turn until the end. But I have heard in a interview, the cast have said that Oda has a specific stopping point for the live action of where they are. So where that's going to be, don't know. And if Fulya is watching, a lot of people, certain people are speculating at the end of Water 7 and Empire Down. I think at the end of that, where stuff happens, I think that's a good cutting off point for the live action. I'm really, really enjoying it, and I could talk about One Piece for ages, but I'll stop now because I can wait another week until Fulya gets back, and we can talk about it.
And we can
a lot.
discuss. Yes, absolutely.
Big talk.
We will. Big talk. Yes.
A big
talk.
popcorn culture.
Oh yes, it's gonna be. Hopefully, it's a light news week because, damn.
Well, you got the Oscars, which
Yes.
I'm not going to talk about.
You won't talk about. I'll talk about the Oscars.
Unless we have a Will Smith situation, then yeah, I'll talk about it.
Who knows? All right, that's Quickie Review done. One Piece Season 2, our initial thoughts. We like it. So good here. More next week. But until then, speaking of popcorn culture, it's time for the moment.
Segue.
This segment, the section, the wibbly, the wobbly, the timey-wimey.
My batteries are still dead, so I'm going to have to do this. Oh. Why is that rattling? Oh. Anyway. Popcorn culture.
Yes.
Or as Matt Berry would say, popcorn culture.
Bravo, sir. That was great. He's going to be the announcer of the Oscars this year.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw that. He's going to be the guy that, does the talking about, this is this person's first nomination from blah, blah, blah.
Tempt me to watch the Oscars because it's got Matt Berry in it.
I will. I will.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, yeah. Timothy, shut the fuck up.
He's not winning tomorrow. I'm sorry. He's lost it now. It's Michael B. Jordan is gonna win. I'm calling it. Yeah. I'm so annoyed. I love you, Timmy, but man, you've definitely just rubbing everybody the wrong way now.
Shut up.
But the mighty do fall. So.
Well, he is. Well, it actually plays good hand in hand with Dune. Actually, he is the Messiah. No, he's not.
He's a very
Spoiler
stupid boy.
Spoiler for Messiah, but there you go.
Yeah.
A little. Vibes.
Whatever. I don't care. The vibes. There's something off with him anyway. Yes. Yeah. In the Dune world.
Stop believing your own smell.
Yes.
Stop liking your own farts. Yeah.
Stop doing that. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Because we are here to discuss another episode of Doctor Who. We are talking Who again this week. And we're going to be talking about Series 7, Episode 9, Cold War. Cold War, which was teased, obviously, at the end of last week. And, really, really delivered for me. I really liked this episode a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was really well written. The fucking cast of this episode, excuse me. It's like a who's who of like great British talent in this episode. Like you've got, obviously you've got Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman, but then you've got Liam Cunningham, David Warner, Tobias Menzies, James Norton, and fucking Josh O'Connor shows up. Like, I was like, I'm sorry. This was great. This was really great. The cast was just phenomenal, and it kind of just as a fan of The Crown as well, it made me funny, like, because Tobias Menzies played Prince Philip in the same seasons that Josh O'Connor played Prince Charles. So that's kind of future foreshadowing here. But yeah, no, excellent cast. But no, I like the story. It's a very claustrophobic story. It takes place in a submarine, a Russian submarine, in the 80s, and they accidentally, instead of digging up a mammoth of some kind, it's frozen in ice. Oh, it's actually it's an alien. More specifically, an Iceman, which I thought was quite
Martian.
Funny, a Martian.
An ice warrior.
An ice warrior, yes, which I believe does come from old Doctor Who. Am I mistaken?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want me to briefly explain?
Please, yes. Tell us about the Ice Warriors.
Ice Warriors were introduced during the Troughton era, so Second Doctor, and we haven't seen Ice Warriors since the 70s. So huge time between meals.
Yeah, for sure.
And they do look like that.
They do look like that. So they recreated it pretty similarly for the new Who.
Yeah.
Or
they changed bits and pieces. Like before, their hands were basically Lego minifig sort of clamps.
Oh yeah.
So they changed it to hands, which good.
Actual claw
and a lot more menacing. And and I'll get into more of the new design later.
Yes, cool. All right, excellent. We will definitely be talking about Skaldak when we get to him, because what a great villain for this episode. But yeah, I overall, I loved it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really interesting, really fun, and just we love it when the TARDIS doesn't take us to Las Vegas and puts us in a Russian submarine. It's perfect. It makes perfect sense. Cool, but yeah, as is just great, and what Doctor Who does, the Doctor just happens to show up at these pivotal moments that, get him to save the day, save the world, and we see it here. So yeah, it's good. Mike, how did this episode go on the rewatch for you? What did you think of it?
I do like this episode. A lot of classic Who's. Classic Whovians like me don't particularly like what they did with the Ice Warriors, because essentially we only see them in their armor and we don't see them outside of their armor. So that's a new thing. I
was gonna ask. Yeah.
Okay. So, and the way they sort of did, but I liked it, considering it is one of those episodes that take place only in one area. Like rarely outside. Well, not outside because it's a submarine, and I think that takes the liberty of being a lot more intimate, claustrophobic, and also just array of characters, and also you say it yourself, a lot of soon to be known people, and also very well known people being cast in this, and it harkens back to like classic Who of like a big immediate threat, but it all takes place in one room of someone not trying to press a button. It's like, this button will destroy the entire universe, that sort of thing. and just the big melodrama. And I kind of get a kick out of that, even though it's kind of campy and stupid, but I love it. Yeah, and the setting of being the 80s, height of the Cold War is interesting, as well as the added bonus of they don't speak Russian and they have British accents. It's still campy as it is, and the chameleon ship sort of works. The translator, sort of works and everything, but. They also do words as well, but there's also Russian on the signage as well, so that doesn't really make sense as well. So inconsistencies are plenty, but it's Doctor Who. It doesn't have to be consistent. I really enjoyed this episode for what they try to do, and the main thing is Mark Gatiss said he was, because he's a war buff and he loves his period pieces. And he wanted to do something with Soviet war, and also bring in like a classic Doctor Who villain that we haven't seen, because they've already did Dalek, Submen, and Sontaran, and the Great Intelligence is also rearing its ugly head, which is also a Second Doctor monster as well. So Matt Smith is definitely the Second Doctor of the new Doctor. If you know what I mean. That with the bow tie as well, because Patrick Troughton had a bow tie, and bow ties are cool apparently. Yeah. And and Ice Warriors, great. They're the original Martians from Mars. So, but they're warriors as well, and because it was around about that time that they discovered ice on Mars, or there used to be like ice on Mars, and now water's on Mars, and all that other stuff. So overall, I really like this episode, and the companion Doctor Who relationship definitely cements more here of the companion realizing, oh yeah, it's not all fun and whimsy.
Yeah,
I could die here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also a good added thing for a companion to work that out, that they could die miles away from home, even centuries away from home.
Yeah.
No, not centuries, decades. Sorry.
Decades.
It's the 80s. It's not that far from where we are now. Wow, we're in the future. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, on that, I mean, you know, we could start by talking about the Doctor and Clara in this episode. Yeah, because it's definitely, you know, as you just pointed out, it's very much a different sort of approach to them this week than it was the last couple of episodes we've had, especially with Clara. I really like that you pointed that out, Mike, that she has this kind of realization of like, oh shit, this is serious, and this is not just about going on adventures into space. This is, sometimes we're going to be thrust into these situations where we could die at any moment, or, you know, we can't save people, or, you know, it's just going to be scary sometimes. And I really like that they didn't try and keep Clara as this like super confident person that we've seen. Like, they actually kind of, you know, added another layer to her of like, oh, okay, so she does get scared, she does get afraid, and I really like that they showed showed that, like the scene where she you know, because she's the only one that doesn't smell like an enemy, you know, she gets thrust into the room with Skaldak and having to, you know, speak the Doctor's words for him, you know, using all of the Martian jargon and everything. That I thought was a sweet approach. But the way Jenna Coleman plays Clara in that scene was really good, because, you know, yeah, like, of course Clara should be scared. You know, this is a very threatening life form. And they are trying to, you know, basically beg it not to kill them or kill anybody else. So it's really, the stakes are high for sure in this episode. So yeah, I really appreciated that they did that with her, but they didn't turn her into a hopeless buffoon or anything, like, but they did kind of give her a bit of confidence back when, you know, she asks the Doctor if she did good, and he's like, yeah, you did great, you did awesome, and she starts smiling and like, oh, okay, maybe I can do this, kind of thing. But then, you know, the episode just kind of really keeps Clara on her toes a lot, which I thought was fun. I don't know how I feel about her at the end, kind of being the one to have the last word with Skaldak in terms of getting him to come around. Like, because I really thought the Doctor was doing a good enough job, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I like that Clara kind of is the one that Skaldak hears from last. Even though she makes a good point in what she's saying, like to convince him not to act, and not to kill, you know, humanity essentially. I just wish it had come from the Doctor instead. I don't know. But that's just my take on it. As for the Doctor in this episode, great, another awesome performance from Matt Smith. Here, you know, being his usual aloof, charming, and serious self all in one. I kind of like too at the top where you know, he realizes the perilous situation that they're in, and he's like, there's no time to pretend. I can't throw psychic paper at you. I'm not going to use the Sonic or for any fake backstory. I'm the Doctor. This is Clara. We're time travelers. This is, and now you're stuck with us because the TARDIS fucked off. So yeah, so yeah, so I kind of appreciated that approach to the Doctor in this episode as well. Yeah, but no, but it was really good. And they at the end when the Doctor's like telling Skaldak that he's gonna sacrifice everybody to save humanity, and Skaldak believes it, and honestly I believe it too, because we know, like, from so much experience, that the Doctor is always going to put himself last. He's going to put the human race first. Like, that's his whole thing. He protects humanity. And Skaldak recognized that, and I think that's what kind of turned the tide, really, at the end, was that realization. So yeah, it's very cool stuff. Very cool. Mike, what are your thoughts on the Doctor and Clara in this episode?
Yeah, it's a really good episode for the two, and I think the criticisms of Clara saved the day. I see it as they sort of did the same thing for the previous episode, where the Doctor is more analytical and gets it, but the companion's job is to remind the Doctor for humanity, just for humanity's sake, and Clara could actually take on Aztec for his humanity of don't think of being a warrior, think about your children, because she actually got that out of him of saying what your daughter and all that. So I guess I can't say that, but they did do it twice in a row, and it's like, yeah, we get it. The companions are there for the Doctor to remind him, oh yeah, humanity. I can't be analytical. I can't be raging or anything like that. So that's why the Doctor can't be alone. And it's the age-old question. Age-old question.
True.
The Doctor can't be alone, otherwise he'll start genocide. Yeah, more on that later. Up to the betterment. It's like, even in this episode where the Doctor is like threatening, it's like, I will blow us all up. It's like, thanks. So yeah, I kind of like that. And so yeah, the added bonus of one scene where they do the same thing with Martha as well, where Martha says, well, I know history. I'm from the future. I know the world doesn't end back here. It keeps on going. It's like, well, time can be rewritten unless it's a fixed point, which the Doctor knows. So it's that wibbly wobbly sort of stuff. So I can't. I did like this representation, and I kind of see why people sort of arc up when it comes to Clara. It's like, oh, she knows everything. She's better than the Doctor. It's like, yeah, I kind of see the criticism, because it is done every now and again, and I think people are sort of standoffish because she's a little bit smug sometimes. But Clara's not my favorite, but she has that connection that she has with the Doctor, and in the future as well. Yeah. So I kind of like it's kind of a simple story.
Yeah.
When it comes
it's not
comes
too
down
complicated.
to it. It's one of those cheap episodes because they don't have to do much to it. In a way, I wouldn't say it's cheap.
No, but you can.
It's not riding a motorbike up a building.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. But I guess that singular location allows them to put money into how Skaldak looks with his, himself outside of the suit, and even maybe some of the cast, their paychecks can
Yeah, I think
help.
I think they said that they essentially this story is Hunt for Red October meets Alien.
Yeah,
or
it
even
really
The
is.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It really is. I really got alien vibes watching this, especially after Skaldak's out of the suit and they don't know where he is and he's lurking in the shadows and he's coming upon all of the crew members and taking them out one by one kind of thing. It was very alien. Like especially like with the like grabbing them from the ceiling and pulling them up. Like that was very xenomorph strategy and I respect it. I thought it was great.
Yeah. Doctor Who does steal from other sci-fi. I'll admit
not?
that.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, speaking of the Hunt for Red October vibes, we have our Russian crew in this submarine, and when we meet them, they're going through a training exercise for a uh nuclear missiles, warheads being launched. And I just thought it was so funny to see David Warner walk in with headphones on, listening to Ultravox, and just completely ruining the mood. And then they were like, "Oh, we've just killed the entire world, whatever they say." And then it's like, "Oh, okay." And I didn't realize it was a training exercise at first. I was like, "Oh, okay, whoops."
That's the point.
That's the point. Yes.
Get your heart
Yeah,
racing.
and then the interesting thing that they've got this professor on board who's they're in the North Pole and he's bringing on frozen life forms onto the ship. I'm glad that nobody really has a go at him for doing that. Um, like it's not his fault. Like he's just doing his job clearly, and he just thought it was some kind of mammoth, is what he says. And I'm like, when you look at the block of ice, I'm like, it looks more like an arthropod. Like it's a human Homo sapiens shape sort of character inside the ice. Not really a mammoth, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I really loved you know David Warner, especially his professor character, was just a lot of fun, and it's really cool to see him in a completely different role, because like I mostly know him from Titanic, where he's the opposite of yeah the opposite of fun and nice and friendly in this. And yeah, I just like the fact that he has this love for 80s music, and like there's Duran Duran references here, and like when he's talking to Clara about them being from the future, and he's like begging her to answer questions about what happens, and she's like, I can't, and then he's like, I need to know if Ultravox break up. Like, it's just, I just thought that was so great. And then one of my favorite moments of the episode was there's an exchange between him and the doctor near the end, and then the doctor says, Professor, I could kiss you, and then there's a pause, and then the professor just goes, if you insist. And then the doctor goes, later. And I just love this. Like, of course, like I know it's a Mark Gatiss script, and he's obviously not opposed to putting queer elements in here, but like, I just really appreciated that. I thought that was a lot of fun. Just
When at the North Pole.
yes, at the North Pole, I guess. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I also really enjoyed Liam Cunningham as Captain Zukov. He makes a great leader. And I think he's just wonderful, and he's got such a great presence on screen. And yeah, I always enjoy watching him perform. He doesn't have too much to do other than just be a really cool Russian captain on a submarine, kind of, sort of Sean Connery vibes, but not really. I guess maybe that's kind of what they were going for. I don't know. but I thought he was really good, and I liked how he didn't completely dismiss the Doctor. Like, he had his reasons for being hesitant to kind of be on side with the Doctor, but he didn't really go against him too much to the detriment of everybody, which can happen a lot in these kinds of episodes. Can't say the same for Tobias Menzies, Lieutenant Stepperson. That's Weasel. I think he got what was coming to him, right? Like, we don't see him die. I don't think we see him again after his brief scene with Skaldak, where he's got his claws on his head, and then he's negotiating for his life, being like, what if I tell you that where the nuclear warheads are and how to fire them, and if you hate humanity and want to destroy us, this is how you do it, and how convenient, and the whole mutually assured destruction thing was interesting. Yeah, Tobias Menzies is he's a great actor, but he's so good at playing annoying people. Like, he's just really, like, he's in the Formula One movie, F1. He plays this like billionaire dude who kind of sponsors Brad Pitt's team in the competition, and then he does some stupid things in that movie as well, and he's just annoying as hell. And I'm like, I love you, Tobias, but goddamn, play someone nice so I can like you more.
No,
but that's the mark of a good actor, I guess. Yeah, and then James Norton was good. He doesn't have much to do either, but he's good, and he met his untimely demise. Like, he's like wondering, like, oh my god, we're going to be the ones to tell the world that aliens exist, that Martians are real, and then he immediately just gets killed by Skaldak. I'm like, oh no. And then poor Josh O'Connor gets one line of dialogue, and then he's gone. Because I was like, oh my god, it's Josh O'Connor. I'm like, oh, and he's dead. Okay.
Nope.
Nope. No knives out for him.
You get attacked by chicken feet.
Yeah, literally chicken feet. One final thing I just wanted to say about the military thing. I really liked them as sort of like a juxtaposition against Skaldak and the Martians and his race of honorable warriors, like the Ice Warriors, because you can see where both sides are coming from in terms of, like, they both stand for the same things. Like, they both have codes of honor, and they're both fighting for their countries, their people, and I just kind of really enjoyed the way that they were sort of, we've got one soldier versus all these other soldiers, and what their beliefs mean and how their beliefs affect what they do and stuff. And even though they're from completely different planets, when it comes down to it, they still have the same kind of way of thinking and stuff. And I really liked that. So it was just well written, a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with the Russian soldiers. What about you, Mike? Did you enjoy our wonderful cast of guest stars in this week's episode?
And I do like them, and I like them for they could have gone down the route of the Soviet Union's evil,
they really could have.
Communism versus capitalism. It's like, and I think that's what the Cold War was about. Really, is like two opposing sides, guaranteed destruction. We got the same sort of weapons that you have and we have, so therefore, if one of us goes off, then the other one goes off, and millions will die. And I think that's what sort of why it was so. Yeah, I'm glad we don't live in those sort of times of, honestly, constantly on the verge of nuclear destruction. It could have been so much easier. It could have been so easy of going down that road, but it was more to do with it's all to do with the claustrophobia. It's more of the Cold War, sort of an afterthought, in a way, when it comes to the story. I think I just I just like the title being sort of like a pun to like the Ice Warriors and all that. So, and that's pretty cool. Yep, definitely enjoyed the actors in this. A lot of future Game of Thrones alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah, including Matt Smith. So
yes, of course. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why do I keep forgetting that? He's so
Soon to
different
be.
here. It's crazy.
Yeah. Remember, he's an actor.
Actor.
And I do have to give props to David Warner because through the wonderless years when it comes to Doctor Who, him and was sort of keeping the flame alive of doing Big Finish, and he was an unofficial Doctor. He was called the Unbound Doctor, which is like an alternative universe where he was the Doctor and he did adventures, and coincidentally David Tennant was actually doing voices for that as well before Doctor Who as well. So that's kind of cool.
There you go.
So he is part of sort of like the Doctor Who mythos as well. So that's cool. And this is I think this is the only time he did Doctor Who like in real life.
Yeah. I had a look at his IMDb, and that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So at least he got this in, and miss him a lot.
Yeah, we miss him for sure.
Yeah, and he's done a lot of like genre stuff. So and Doctor Who is just one of them, and not just Titanic, even though.
No.
He's known for that, but the Professor from Secret of the Ooze as well, and Body Snatchers. So
he had a good career.
Oh yeah. And just a Soviet professor living just sneaking in some Western culture and just enjoying it is like the little things. It's like and I'm glad they didn't do like the accent as well. I think that sort of makes it a bit more enjoyable because you sort of know. And also, the joke of Sean Connery not really doing a Russian accent, but still doing a Glaswegian accent on a Russian submarine. Yeah, so adds to the thing. Yeah, good players overall.
Yeah, very good. But of course, there's one other major player we have to talk about, and that is the villain of this episode, the antagonist.
Yes. Speaking of Big Finish, Nick Briggs.
Yes, Nicholas Briggs is here doing the voice for Skaldak. Yes, very iconic voice actor in Doctor Who, as we know. So really cool to hear him in this voice doing this character. Portrayed by Spencer Wilding in the suit. It's the actor's name who did the body work on camera. I really like Skaldak as a villain here. This is my first time encountering the Ice Warriors, so I didn't really know anything about them, and I love when Doctor Who mixes real life stuff with and creates its own mythos for it. Does that a lot. And the fact that it's like, talking about, ice was on Mars and there was an ice age, and then the Doctor tells Clara and everyone about who Skaldak is, and, the fact that they used to, reign supreme on Mars in an ice planet, and then, things changed, and then they had to live in these suits that would sustain them because they're all cold-blooded and can't live in the terrible hot Mars climate. If I can speak words. Ugh. I'm tired. Yes. So yeah, I just think that's really clever. And yeah, the voice is super menacing. The way he does that like click click click, like he's clicking constantly. That like I can't really do it very well, but yeah, it's that's kind of, you know, adds to the ominous vibes that he's giving. Um, yeah, and then but then like you understand where he's coming from when, you know, he's saying you attacked me and you imprisoned me, therefore you almost die. You know, I mean, killing the entirety of humanity is probably a bit much of a, you know, a bit of an overreaction, but that's just how his people operate. That's the way they're what their ideals are. Like, you know, that they have such high honor that if you do something like that, then, well, you know, we're just gonna have to kill you. So yeah, I really liked that, and I liked the way that it was portrayed in his character in the episode. And then, you know, the fact that he's just also, he gets out of the suit and he's just crawling around like a xenomorph. Like, it's just great. I enjoyed the little shots we got of him in the dark, in the shadows, where, you know, they obscure some of the early 2010s TV CGI in the darkness, but then we get to see his fully fledged face in the suit at the end of the episode. Yeah, no, but he was great. I would be so open to more Ice Warrior action now that we know that there's more of them, because we think during the episode that the beacon, the transmission for them to come save him doesn't work, and then they do show up at the end in this really
It's an
cool
old code,
ship.
so but it checks out.
Nice. Yeah, it's a really cool ship, so I hope we get to see more Ice Warriors at some point. But no, I like Skaldak a lot, and yeah, I'm glad that the Doctor and Clara got through to him at the end, and had him pull back and make the right choice not to destroy humanity. So yeah. Mike, what are your thoughts on Skaldak as the antagonist of this episode?
What I liked is how Skaldak is like one of them ancient warriors that the Doctor knows of. So therefore, it's the added, if anything happens to him, then all shit's gonna break loose. So
Yeah.
Also a good allegory for the Cold War as well.
Yes.
So if one goes down, we all go down. We all go down. So I kind of like that sort of dynamic that they actually brought to, and it's more allegory for it, because the Doctor said, you know, I could take you on because I take you on before, but considering the TARDIS is gone, Dire Straits, the only thing you've got is the sonic screwdriver. So back both in a corner. And yeah, I really like the new design, because even the Silurians had a bit of a revamp for New Who as well, which is good, because it was just people in rubber masks, and this was no exception as well. It was people in big bulky suits and looking weird and just walking around like this. It made it more intimidating. I think what some old Whovians sort of gawk at is probably coming out of the suit as well, and chicken legs, and also seeing the faces, like, you just didn't need that. I don't think. Just have it more of a obscure sort of thing. I think because I think in production they wanted to change it up a little bit, because they didn't want to do man in suit sort of thing. They wanted to do something more. I think just it was sort of a combined of like Dalek and Cyberman, of someone like inside a suit, and the Dalek being a squiggly tentacle thing in a body armor. I think they're trying to harken to that, right. But I don't know. I don't know. I think it was probably more intimidating just having a big hulking mammoth of a person in a tin can and could be, bull in a china shop.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like the I will say the reveal though, like when Clara's in the room with him and getting a bit scared and he's talking to her and stuff, like, and they do a really good job of setting up he's not actually in the suit, because I fully did not see that coming, did not expect it, and I really liked the way they revealed that he wasn't in the suit. And it's like, oh crap, he got out, and where is he? But at the same time, I can see how sometimes we just don't need to see everything. I suppose in this kind of case, like, you can just leave it, because he was very menacing enough, just this suit just strapped in, just in shackles, like that was scary enough. But I like the claws though. The claws were great.
The claws.
The claws.
I think the face reveal was a bit much, like, for me personally. I think, but I don't know. Could have been more green, I reckon.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
Little green men in space, sort of harkens back to the look, big head, eyes. Yeah, I kind of see it, but I don't know. I don't like change. But it was pretty much a good impression for new people being reintroduced to Doctor Who, I guess.
Yeah.
And that sort of, and has a history, and now a new history. But do Ice Warriors come back? I know.
Oh, Michael, don't tell me.
Yeah. Lot of backstory with that one, I reckon. Because the last time we saw them, they were part of a story that doesn't really involve them, but it's all to do with it's a political thing. It's essentially the Milky Way, our solar system, has its own UN, basically, and
okay.
And the Ice Warriors were a representative of Mars, like
I see.
So if they have like the Senate of Star Wars, they will be in one of the little donut things.
Oh, one of the little, like, okay.
Yeah.
I getcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I don't really have much else to say about this episode. I think I've pretty much said everything that I wanted to say. I just really, really liked it. I don't really have much of a final thought to mention, other than I enjoyed it, and I don't know why it only has a 7.1 rating on IMDb. I feel like it should have a little bit higher for my money, but that's where I find it. Mike, is there anything we haven't covered, or anything you want to talk about before we wrap up?
Yeah, it was an okay episode.
Okay.
It didn't blow my socks off.
No,
but
I guess so.
I think people probably people tend to put Doctor Who on a higher pedestal. Like, people say, "Oh, Doctor Who's like the greatest thing," and then they watch something like this. It's like, it's all right, I guess. I mean, I have seen The Thing, and I have seen Red October. I have seen Alien. It's essentially that.
Okay.
I can't really add too much as well. I think we said our piece.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Next week's episode, Ghost Story.
Yes, Ghost Story. I'm here for a Doctor Who Ghost Story, and looks like more development with the Clara, who the fuck is Clara storyline going on.
Clara. Who the fuck is Clara?
Yeah. Yes. So, so we won't be doing that next week, but we will be definitely getting back in on it very soon.
What's really great, I don't remember much about that episode.
Oh, cool.
I think the only thing I remember it is they do bring back something that they have a crystal, which is something that is part of Classic Who as well, but they mispronounce it, And I fucking... Yeah. I was sort of like,
no.
why?
Oh, no. Okay.
Anyway.
That's troubling. That's troubling. All right, until next time, we'll save that.
Why do you say it like that?
This is just like in the first Star Wars movie when they can't just in Empire Strikes Back, isn't it? When they can't decide how to pronounce Han Solo versus Han Solo, and it's just fucking Billy D. Williams and Carrie Fisher just going back and forth on how to say his name.
Yeah, I think it's considering you're on a set that's got British and American people speaking, it's that shit is difficult. But when you're never mind. Anyway,
just sci-fi things. Anyway, all right, that's it. That's going to be our thoughts on Doctor Who Series 7, Episode 9.
I don't mind people mispronouncing stuff. I mean, before I like Matt Berry saying things differently.
Yes, that's all.
Camera.
Camera. I'm giving a story to Camera.
You're talking the bullshit.
From Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona.
Amazing. All right, that's the show. We're done. Pop Culture is done. We are gonna head on out of here. A 1, a 2, a 3, and that was a podcast
called Fred. Click.
Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky for the latest Fred content.
If you'd like to listen to Fred the Alien, you can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to watch Fred the Alien, you can head on over to our YouTube. That's youtube.com/Fred the Alien Productions. And if you're watching the stream right now, remember to give us a follow on Twitch. And remember to hit the bell icon on the YouTube so you can get kept up to date with all our stuff.
Yes, do it. I've been a Kendall Richardson.
And I've been a Michael Lister. No impros needed. Watch this stream.
Watch the stream.
And you just experienced a podcast called Fred.
Remember to eat beef.
Oh yeah, you say that. Freddy lives, Loki dies, the Doctor is in, and there's no time for Firefly. Even the new thing that they're going to do, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to watch it.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it until I watch Firefly. But that's till after One Piece.
Makes sense. Yes. Okay.
Look after yourself and your mental health.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Laters, Gators. And...
Scene.